Welcome to the Make and Design Podcast. I'm your host, Carina Gardner. On this podcast, we're unraveling the everyday joys and dilemmas of design, making, and business. For makers who want to be designers and for designers who are makers, this is your inside scoop to help you grow your business and bring more creativity to your life. Recently, I did a live in our Facebook group, which, by the way, if you don't know about it, it's because we didn't do a lot in it, and now I'm doing a lot in it. So you can check it out by just going to Carina Gardner classes on Facebook and come check it out. So you can watch the entire workshop, the free workshop that I did if you want to. But today I'm going to concentrate on number 3 in that workshop, which is sales, not skills. And I want to talk about this because right now we're in an interesting time in the universe where there is a lot of opportunity to make money as a designer. There's a lot of opportunity to make money in a lot of fields. But for those of you who are creatives, who want to be artists, there's a lot of opportunity for those that want to become designers, who have a really good eye for color, are great with theory, practicality, understand how marketing works. There's a lot of opportunities, okay? Which is exciting for me and exciting for you as you are trying to become a profitable designer, right? So the number 3 point in this workshop I gave was sales, not skills, because what I am seeing right now is that there are a lot of digital courses popping up, and I think they're great. A lot of them actually are really fantastic. Great Illustrator knowledge, great Procreate knowledge. I am definitely not someone who's anti you learning from a lot of different places. But almost all of them focus on skills, which is a very important piece of being a designer, right? It's the main thing that we learn how to do so that we have a skill. What I want to tell you is that for those of you, especially if you're past skills or you're interested in really sales, that if you concentrate on sales instead of skills, do you know what will happen? What I see, I've seen this in my business always, is that which I track is the thing that grows. That which I track is the thing that grows. So if I concentrate on sales with the ability of creating skills for those sales, then I am more likely to get more sales. If you're concentrated on skills and getting more skills, what will you get more of? More skills, right? And more skills, there's no issue with more skills. But very often I don't see designers make that transition from skills to sales. So I want you to really start thinking about how can you start tracking and paying attention to what you can do to make more sales. Now, of course, if you've been to a design boot camp, you hear about the way I've done it, how I've made multiple 6 figures, how honestly, you guys, for 15 years, I've been doing this. And I love the way that designers get to sell. It's not high pressure sales. In fact, you just get to put it up and let people purchase. So it's more about understanding marketing tactics, understanding platforms, understanding what works, understanding, how long it takes. There are like all these little nuances that happen when it comes to sales. But the number one thing you can do is start paying attention to how do you get sales, because your behaviors will be different than if you are just tracking and going after skills. Does that make sense? I really think that the designers who end up staying in the industry for long periods of time, they are tracking sales and understanding what's going on with sales rather than tracking skills. Now, many of you know we have a couple of tiers in our program, and one of them is university, and it's 17 courses, and it focuses on skills. Why? Because skills are necessary. So I want you to hear me and not think, well, Carina doesn't really believe in skills. Absolutely, skills are necessary. But you'll notice, those of you who are university students, you'll notice that one of the things I do is every single thing we learn has a purpose towards sales. So if you're in Silhouette Designer Masterclass and you are learning how to make a tag, you're learning how to make a 3D box, you're learning how to make a house, the goal there isn't to make just for the sake of making. The goal there is to make for the sake of selling. And I'm really showing things that I know actually sell. They're things that I personally sell in my design shops. And so I think that when you're going into skills, and there are lots of great, I've been online, there is a couple in particular that I love that teach you really good Illustrator skills or good Photoshop skills or Procreate skills. These are necessary, they're important. But if we spend all of our time worrying about skills instead of sales that matter for those skills, then it won't matter in the long term. You'll have a whole bunch of skills that you're not using, right? How many of you have been in careers where you're no longer in that? I'm thinking about my husband was an attorney. He's no longer an attorney. He does a lot of other things. And when he, not that he doesn't use some of his attorney skills once in a while, but he certainly doesn't use it to make money. And so in a lot of ways, it's wasted, right? That knowledge is wasted. Same as what I'm seeing for designers, that they have all this knowledge and they're not doing anything with it. So it's not profitable, it's not getting listed, it's not going out to a manufacturer. So what is the point, right? So that's really what I want you to be thinking about. And if you can kind of ingrain in your head the idea of sales, not skills, then you'll build skills automatically, but they will go with an eye, with one purpose, and that is towards becoming a profitable designer. So you can do this for as long as you want, right? All right, I hope you enjoyed this. If you're on my YouTube channel, I would love for you to subscribe so that you can get more amazing content. If you're on the podcast, if you wouldn't mind leaving me a review, it is so incredibly helpful for other people who are trying to learn more about becoming a designer. It helps us continue to create content for you. And I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Hey, did you know that you can visit me at makeanddesign.com to learn more about this podcast and join my VIP group for weekly freebies? I can't wait to see you there.